Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Cato Laurencin, and I am the University Professor and Albert and Wilda Van Dusen Distinguished Endowed Professor of Orthopedic Surgery at the University of Connecticut. I am very proud to have received the Herbert W. Nickens Award of the American Association of Medical Colleges, the AAMC. I am equally proud to be able to provide this award lecture. The title of my lecture is Black Lives Matter Too in Science, Engineering, and Medicine. So what in my mind is the ideal path? I want to close by providing some of my vision for where I think we should move as a country in terms of issues of diversity and equity. Right now, discussions on diversity, inclusion, and equity are ubiquitous. While we've had some gains in these areas, they have not really sufficiently addressed the issues of racism that we see in this country. So my belief is that we need to move to inclusion, diversity, equity, anti-racism, and learning. Anti-racism, according to Wikipedia, can be defined as a form of action against racism, systemic racism, and the oppression of marginalized groups. Being anti-racist is based on the conscious efforts and actions to provide equitable opportunities for all people on an individual and systemic level. People can act against racism by acknowledging personal privileges, confronting acts of racial discrimination, and working to change personal racial biases, unquote. By learning, what do I mean? Understanding ways in which Black people are affected by the specific kinds of racial discrimination called anti-Blackness. Understanding the history of Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Moving from just an ally to what I would call a ride or die partner in the anti-racism movement. These are some of the ways that I believe learning can be used in a constructive way to bring about the ideal pathway to move forward. I'm very proud of our university, the University of Connecticut. We have just initiated a U.S. anti-Black racism course. That course, which is now taking place and being offered to all faculty, staff, and students, is a one-credit course on the foundational history and concepts related to systemic and anti-Black racism. It's focused on the foundational concepts related to Black consciousness, Black resistance, Black resilience, and intersectional solidarity. It's particularly focused on the U.S. context. It provides resources at UConn to continue the study, development, understanding, and potentially disrupting anti-Black racism for the collective good. Information on the course is available at the Provost office and the Provost website at the University of Connecticut. This is the type of learning environment that can promote diversity, equity, and inclusion for all. Addressing anti-racism is key in terms of moving forward as a nation and creating a more equitable environment. So let's move from diversity, inclusion, and equity to inclusion, diversity, equity, anti-racism, and learning. I believe that's the pathway to the future. I want to again give thanks to all for bestowing upon me the Herbert W. Nickens Award. In this lecture, I have outlined my hope and vision for combating racial and ethnic health disparities. I hope to be able to work with individuals across the country in the area of inclusion, diversity, equity, anti-racism, and learning as we put into place an ideal path for achieving a better society. Thank you.